Hi everyone. So today we'll be discussing on the topic unbounded knapsack, right? So this is one of the famous algorithms and we have to know this one at any cost. This one we call it as extension to the knapsack 01 that we have discussed. Let's see what the definition part says here. So unbounded knapsack is a dynamic programming problem where each item can be chosen unlimited times. We had to choose or we had chosen only once or not at all in this one knapsack 01. Here the only difference is in the unbounded knapsack. So we can choose the item unlimited times. That's the only difference. And that's the main difference. Yep. The goal is to maximize the total value without exceeding the knapsack's capacity. Yep. So without exceeding the knapsack's capacity, we have to maximize the total value. That's what we have to do. That's it. Yep. So now let's move on with the algorithm explanation. First, unlike this one, knapsack 01, where we had made use of 2D DP. Here we will be making use of 1D DP for the for the unbounded knapsack algorithm. Yeah, so we'll be making use of 1D DP, where DP of W, nothing but the weight, is equivalent to maximum value achievable with a capacity W, right? So this is very important. Again, dp of W is nothing but maximum value achievable with a capacity W. For each capacity, let's try taking every item again, since it is unbounded. So this is not bounded, right? So this is since it is unbounded, we can take multiple times. Yeah. So we can this one, see here, problem where each item can be chosen unlimited times. We can choose the item multiple times right here. So for each capacity, try taking every item again, since it is unbounded. The transition that we'll be making use of here is nothing but, so this is kind of formula. You can just go through, you can just pause the video and have a look into it. dp of W, nothing but weight, is max of dp of W, comma dp of W minus weight of I whole plus value of I. So this is the formula, kind of formula that we'll be making use of. This is the transition that we'll be going with. Yep, within the code. Now, if you didn't get everything, it's completely fine. We'll be articulating the same thing, whatever we discussed in the algorithm explanation, in the form of code. And what we'll be doing, we will try to dry run the code accordingly with the example that we have considered, or we will be considering in the code, right? So that we'll be doing. I assure you at the end of the video, so you'll understand everything. Yep. So this is fine. Now let's start writing the code. So first thing here, I don't have to write anything, I believe here. No need of global declaration. So just give me a second here. 1 second. Yeah. So within the main, what shall I do? Let's go with the number of items available. So I'll just consider a very simple example. Let's go with n equals 2. N is nothing but number of items available. Let's go with a 2. Right. So then, why this is screaming? I have misspelled. Okay. Let me correct this one. Now let's go with the maximum capacity of the knapsack. Nothing but here int W equals 7. Capacity is 7 and number of items available is 2. Now let's go with the weights of the item. Nothing but so we are just going with a hard coded example here in this case. So let me go with here int weight equals 2,3. So this is fine. Next, let's go with the value. Nothing but values of the items. So here value, let me consider, let me go with 10 and 15 respectively. Yep, so this is fine. Next, what shall we do? As I've said, we'll be going with a 1D DP, right? So we'll be making use of 1D DP where DP of W equals this one, maximum value achievable with a capacity W, right? So let's make use of the this one. Let's go with a DP array here. Nothing but DP equals new int of let me go with W plus 1. Yep, so this is fine. Next, let's iterate over all the capacities from 0 to W. For that, I'll just make use of the for loop for int W equals 0, W less than or equal to W again. So let me go with W plus plus. So this is fine. So within the for loop, the first thing that we are going to do here is nothing but we will try taking each item for the current capacity. Yeah. So again, nested for loop. Yep. Let's try taking the each item for current capacity. I'll just go with int I equals 0, I less than n. Let me increment the I. So within the for loop, what shall we do? First, we have to check if the current item can fit in the capacity W or not. Let's write the if condition for that. So if W, if it is greater than or equal to weight of I, so then what we have to do within the if condition, we have to update the DP of W by either we have two choices. One, not taking the item one thing. Yeah, and we can just take the item again as it allows multiple times or unlimited times as we are going with a unbounded knapsack. Yep. So first thing is not taking the item, nothing but DP of W. And second thing is taking the item again, DP of W minus weight of this one I plus this one whole of value of I. So this one, the same thing, the transition that we'll be going with, right? So let me copy this one entirely. Let me paste it over here within the this one. What do we call? Um, if condition. So here I have to mention math, right? So let me mention this one. Now the error has to be gone. Why this is still showing? Oh, for the weight we have considered WT variable, right? So I'll just delete this one. And also for the value we have considered VAL, right? So yeah. So now this is fine, I believe. Let me give semicolon as well. Let me format the code as well. Yep. So this looks good now. So the only thing that we are left with is dp of w, nothing but the weight, contains the maximum value for full capacity. In the sense we have to display the output, right? So let's display the output. We are left with only one thing, nothing but we have to display the output. So let me go with s out here, system out println. So I'll just go with a dp of w. So this one, yeah. So let me format the code so that this looks good. So we are done with the coding part one. Let's check for the error. Do we have any error? No, right? We do not have any error here. Or neither the typo. So let's do one thing. Before running the code, let's dry run the code so that we get to know whatever the code that we have written is correct or not. And also we get to know the output for the example that we have considered within the code. Yep. And later we can come back here and run the code that we have written. First, let's dry run the code that we have. Yeah, let's dry run the code. Yeah, let's move on with the dry run part. Yep. So here, the same example that we have considered within the code, we have considered the same example here, right? So that we have considered within the code. Yep. So weight 2, 3. And for the weight 2, the value is 10. And for the weight 3, the value is 15. Yep. So this one you can clearly look in. You can clearly see here, right? So the capacity that we have considered is nothing but W equals 7. So this is fine, I believe. Next, DP meaning is nothing but what we are trying to achieve with the DP here. DP meaning is equivalent to max value achievable with the capacity W. That's what we have to do, right? Max value that is achievable with the capacity W, right? So now let's move on with the tabulation. So as we went with the iteration, so we are going with a tabulation, right? Bottom up approach here, right? So first, let's move on with the best choice actually. So the example, the same example that we are considering here, that we have considered within the code, the same example we are going with, right? So the best choice here, first thing, for 0, let's not take anything, right? So I'll just write here, take nothing here, right? So this is fine. When we take nothing, so dp of w, we don't have to add anything. So this will be 0. Yep. So here, next, what we are doing, so we will be considering one. First iteration here, capacity W when capacity is 1. So the best choice is no item fits. See here, it is starting from the 2. Weight is starting from the 2 and value is starting from weight 2, value 10, weight 3 as well as value 15. So when capacity is 1, weight is 2, weight starts from 2. So here nothing fits. So I'll just write here no item fits. Yeah, no item fits. So when no item fits, so it will be 0 itself. dp of w, nothing but weight, will be 0 itself. Next, when capacity is 2. So we are done with these two. When next, let's move on with the when capacity is 2. So when capacity is 2, we can just consider this one because weight starts from 2 here, right? Weight starts from 2 and the value is 10, right? So I'll just consider here, take, yeah. So what we'll be considering here, item 2, 10. Yep, 2 comma 10, and the value dp of w is nothing but the value, nothing but 10 here, right? So this is fine. Next, let's move on with the 3. Next, let's move on with the 3. So we can just consider 3 comma 15. This one, weight is 10, right? Weight is 10 here, right? So just give me a second here. Let me go with, so what happened to this one? Yeah. So let me consider here, take item 3 comma 15. 3 comma 15, and we are updating the value, we will be updating the value to 15, right? So because when weight is 3, this one value is 15. Yep. So this is fine. Next, let's move on with the 4, right? When capacity is 4. When capacity is 4, we can just take the item, this one, 2, 10 twice. So see here, weight 2 we have. So this one, if we take this one twice actually, so then it will be 2 plus 2 that leads to 4. 2 plus 2 that leads to 4, nothing but capacity will be 4, and value will be 10 plus 10. Value will be 10 plus 1. This leads to 20. So I'll just write here, take here 2, 10 twice. Yeah, twice. So here this leads to 20. This leads to 20. Now let's move on with the capacity 5. When we have the capacity 5, so we can take 2, 10 plus 3, 15. That would lead to 5 itself. See, 2 and 3 are the weights, right? So weight should lead to 5. Capacity we have 5. Weight should lead to 5. We can consider 2 plus 3 that leads to 5. Right? So this will be 2, 10 and 3, 15. 2, 10 and 3, 15. So this will be 2 plus 3 that leads to 5, and value will be 10 plus 15 that leads to 25. That leads to 25. So I'll just write here, take 2, 10 and 3, 15. 3, 15. Yep. So now this will be 25. This will be 25. Now let's move on with the capacity 6. When capacity is 6, see, when capacity is 6, we can just consider this one. Take consider or take this one 3, 15 twice, right? So 3, 15, when we take this one twice, so this one will be 3 plus 3, that is equivalent to 6. And so this value becomes 15 plus 15, nothing but it leads to 30. It leads to 30, right? So I'll just come here. So let me write, take this one 3, 15 twice. Yep. So the value leads to what? The value leads to 30. 15 plus 15, right? So this leads to 30. So this is fine. So we are left with only one thing, when the capacity is 7. Yeah. When the capacity is 7, we can just take here. I'll just write directly. We can just take this one. 2, 2 twice actually. 2 to 4 and then 1, 3. 1, 3, as we cannot consider 3 twice, right? So 3 if we consider twice, so we have weight, another weight is 2, so it would lead to 8, right? So it will never lead to 7. So we have to consider 2 twice and 3 once. So when we consider uh, this one 2 twice, so this would lead to 2 plus 2 plus 3, right? So I'll just write directly, take 2 plus 2 plus 3, right? That would lead to uh, this one, what do we call 7, and the value is nothing but for the 2 it is 10. So this one will be 10 plus 10 for the value, for the weight 3 value is 15. So this will be 15 plus 10, 25. 25 plus 10 is nothing but equivalent to 35, right? So let me write here 35. So in the tabulation, bottom right cell, the last one will be considered as output, right? We are going with a bottom up approach, nothing but the tabulation. So we are going with the iteration. So this will be considered as output. Here in this case, the DP array, first let's represent the DP array that we got here, right? First, initially we got 0 twice. So this one, I'll just go with 0, 0, then 10, 15, 20. So I'll just write here 10, 15, 20. This is fine. uh, Next, we got 25, 30 as well as 35. 25, 30 as well as 35. So this is the output that we got. This is the final DP array that we got. And the output is nothing but this one. Whenever we are dealing with a bottom-up approach, the bottom right, bottom right cell, the value present in the bottom right cell will be considered as output. So this will be the output. So this will be the output. So final output will be 35 here. The final output that we got is 35. So it's as simple as that. So this is the dry run, man. Yep. If you didn't understand, you can just watch the video again. So it's very simple, man. It's very simple. Only difference between the 01 knapsack and this one, um, unbounded knapsack, we can take the this one items multiple times. See here, 2, 2. So 2 we have considered twice. Here this one 2, 10 we have considered twice. 3, 15 we have considered twice. Yeah, we can take the items multiple times. Yep. Unlikely to this one. What do we call? What is that one? 01 knapsack. We can just consider item once, or we cannot consider at all. For this one 01 knapsack, when it comes to unbounded knapsack, we can take the items multiple times, or we can consider items multiple times. So accordingly, with the dry run, we got the output 35, right? Accordingly, with the this one example that we have considered within the code. Now we have dry run the code. You can just pause the video and have a look into it. So this part actually, tabulation part or the table part. Yeah. So now we have dry run the code. We have got the particular output for the example that we have considered. Now it's good time to run the code that we have written. So let's do that. So now let me run the code that we have. Let's run the code that we have written. So I'll just run the code here. Let's wait for some time. See here, we are getting the output 35. So just now we dry run the code. We dry run the code. We had dry run the code, right? So we have got the same output. So we are getting the desired output here accordingly with the code that we have written, and mainly accordingly with the example that we have considered within the code. Yep. So we are left with only one thing now, nothing but discussing the complexities for the code that we have written. Let's do that. So what will be the time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we have written? See, the time complexity would have already guessed. The time complexity would lead to big of n into w, right? So why it is big of n into w here? So we are considering every item for every capacity, right? So we are going with every item for every capacity. So overall time complexity would lead to big of n into w. And what would be the space complexity here? Space complexity would completely depend on the weight that we consider, right? So as we are dealing with or as we have went with a single DP array, so it would completely depend on the weights actually. It would lead to big of W. So the space complexity would lead to big of W. The time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we have written would lead to big of n into W and big of W respectively, right? So we are done with the unbounded knapsack. So I insist you to go through the videos, bounded this one, knapsack 01 as well as unbounded knapsack. These two are very important algorithms, man. Yep. So if you understand this one, it will be easier to solve the problem. Actually, the algorithms are very simple. You can just go through the video once or twice actually. I assure that you'll understand this algorithm clearly, right? So we are done with the what do we call knapsack 01 as well as the unbounded knapsack. Next, what shall we discuss? Mm, let's do one thing. Let's discuss the subset sum algorithm. Yep. So for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.